Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Angel. I am on my journey to 30. Let's talk. I hated that intro. I've literally been thinking since last week, okay, can't say the same intro as like my old videos. It's a new chapter and need to change it. That was worse. Anyways, my name is Angel. I turned 29 last weekend and I feel like I am having a midlife crisis. I don't know who I am. I don't know what I want to do. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I feel like I missed out on the handbook of life that everybody else got. So I'm not 100% sure of how I want to structure these videos. Eventually, I'd really like to do some kind of vlog style, but my life is just so boring. I literally wake up, I go to work, I come home, I eat sometimes. If I'm hungry, I go to bed and I wake up and I do it again the next day and the next day and the next day. So until things get a little more exciting, I think we're going to stick with this style. So I think I just want to kind of pick a topic every week. If anybody has any topics that they would like to talk about, feel free to leave them down in the comment below. I'm going to be honest, today really has nothing to do with my journey to 30. Although I guess it did kind of help me get started on my career path. This is by no means my career, but I would love for it to eventually be. But it has pretty much officially, maybe a month early, been a year since I started taking my social media seriously. And I want to talk about it because I feel like I've learned a lot of things, I've made some mistakes, and I just feel like there's not enough people like me that are talking about this kind of stuff. I mean, Alex Earl and Emma Chamberlain can talk about their rise to fame as much as they want to. Brooke Schofield actually just talked about her rise to fame on Trisha Paytas's podcast, and they can talk about it as much as they want to. But let's be honest, it's not going to mean anything to you and me. You and me are very normal people. If you look at my numbers, I'm not a big creator. I have, however, learned quite a bit that I would love to be able to share with people my size. So that way, maybe you can take something from it and start your own journey. So let's talk about it. Back in December of last year, I decided that I wanted to start taking TikTok seriously. You will hear me call it social media in this video. But the main thing that I focused on this year was TikTok because TikTok is such a big part of most of everyone's lives that's on social media. And so I felt like that was kind of an easy way, not easy, but it was kind of a more accessible way to find a community, find a niche, and just start making content because it's not like you're posting to Instagram where you have to follow somebody to see their content. Because let's be honest, I don't go to the Explore page. Do you go to the Explore page? I just want to know who uses it. I'm just curious. And with TikTok, honestly, I feel like it's the opposite. I rarely go to the following tab. I mainly stay on the For You tab. And I feel like the majority of people who use TikTok do. So that's where I wanted to start my journey. Now, throughout my time, I did try to branch out to other platforms. So far, TikTok and YouTube have been the most successful for me. So as far as sharing tips, those will be the ones I will mainly be sharing for. I have, however, been running my job's social media. And I have learned a lot about Instagram that I will share as well. So when I started my TikTok page, I really wasn't sure what I wanted to do. It's been a year. What's changed? Absolutely nothing. So I just kind of started posting lifestyle videos, get ready with me, DIY, makeup, hair, literally whatever you could think of, I probably posted it. And I actually started to see a decent amount of growth pretty quickly. My goal was to hit 10,000 followers by the end of this year, and currently I'm sitting at 20,000. So that was actually on my list of things that I wanted to do before I hit 30. I wanted 10,000 followers because I thought it was going to be a lot harder. And now I'm sitting at 20, and that is incredible. How did I get those followers? Hear me out. Okay, this is going to be the most bland piece of advice you will ever hear. Just start posting. Just start posting. Just start posting. Something that I struggled with big time, and I do this before I start any big project, and it's something that I am currently trying to work on. But you don't need to have everything perfect to start posting. Just do it. You're probably watching this on your phone. Your phone's probably got a camera and TikTok on it. So just start posting. Literally, if you see a video you like, honestly, the best place to start is either day in the life, get ready with me, plus a story time. If it's a juicy story time, those get a decent amount of views. Or, sorry for the self promo, but I do try to post trends on my TikTok as well, like trending sounds or CapCut template overlays. So my social media is linked down below. You are literally more than welcome to copy any style of my videos. I don't care. None of us have a universal experience. Let's be honest. So don't be afraid if you see a trend to just give it a try. And that is the other thing. Just give it a try. With social media, a lot of the time, it's going to be like throwing spaghetti at a wall to see if it sticks, to see if it's cooked. Is that even the right metaphor that people use? It's social media is literally about posting until you find what works for you. That being said, though, I want you to think about this before you post a video. If this goes viral and people want me to keep making this content, am I going to enjoy making this content? For example, like my whole channel has just done a rebranding. I had a feeling that fan fiction would be like a good place to start. However, what I didn't do is ask myself beforehand if I would enjoy continuing making this content if this is what brought people to my channel. Because I'm going to be honest, it really didn't. It wasn't something that I could see myself doing long term. And that's the thing. If you post something that people end up liking and they kind of know you for that, for example, another example, Brittany Broski. But Brittany Broski talked about her viral video trying the kombucha. She tried to make a video after doing the same thing, and she realized that isn't what she wanted to do. Now, she was one of the lucky ones that went viral for something and then completely pivoted. She said, "You know what? I don't want to do this. I'm going to make content that I want to make." And it took off because people just love her. Who doesn't love Brittany? However, for the majority of people, that can be really hard to overcome. Like, I am now going to have to work on finding another community and finding people who enjoy these kind of videos. So hopefully that made sense. Just post, but also keep it in the back of your mind. If this were to go viral, is this something I would want to continue making? Now, a lot of the time, CapCut templates and trending sounds, they're not going to be your forever thing. But if you start making lifestyle videos and people really enjoy the style of those videos, are you going to want to keep filming and editing like that? If you post food reviews, are you going to want to keep doing food reviews? Is it sustainable for you? Because if it's not, I'd probably say move on to your next idea. Tip number 2. And this one I am so salty about. I have cried about it multiple times. If you think you have a good idea for a video, do it the second you think about it. Because if you don't, somebody else is going to have that idea. They're going to post it. You're going to see them go viral and you're going to be mad at yourself for not doing it. Am I talking from personal experience? Yes, I am. Let me tell you what happened. If you haven't listened to 1989 Taylor's version, what the heck are you doing? Literally, you're not allowed to watch this video until you go listen to that album. You can come back when you're done. One of the songs, Is It Over Now? First of all, I was shook by that song. At first, I thought it was about Joe Alwyn. And then I saw TikToks and realized it was about Harry Styles. And I'm going to be honest, that song's kind of up there with John Mayer and Jake Gyllenhaal. So, poor Harry. I saw he shaved his head. So, I don't know. I hope he's doing well. I hope he is coping okay. But right before the bridge of her song, where there's like that little music instrumental, it is the sister song of Out of the Woods. I sang it to my boyfriend. I sang it in my head. And I'm like, I need to make a TikTok about this because, like, this is genius. And it just sounds so good. Me singing does not sound good, which is why I ended up not making the TikTok. Now, here's where the sadness comes in. I will accept any condolences in the comments. A video popped up on my For You page of this girl. You guessed it, with my exact idea. Why am I so upset? Taylor Swift liked the video. Now, what are the odds she would have seen my video? Very low, minimal, probably 0%. But the fact that there was even a chance for Taylor to see my genius idea that I know is not a special idea. Clearly, other people had the idea. I cannot stress this enough. Just make the video, because if you don't and you see somebody else do it, you will regret it. And it could have been your chance to pop off. That could have been my chance to pop off. And I didn't do it. And I think about it every single time that song comes on. So just post the video. Just make your video. Just post it. Who cares what people think? Now, if you're like, I care what people think. So do I. So let's talk about the YouTube short of mine that went viral. And yeah, I mean viral. It's sitting at 2.6 million views. Am I having a good time with it? No, I'm not whatsoever. So YouTube short in question, I will put here. It's literally stupid.
If you're doing okay, like,
Oh, here's the thing. My fingers turn green with any metal that is not sterling silver. The ring that I had in the video was a $5 Amazon ring. I had never thought to like rub it on any other part of my body and it would also turn that place green. I just thought it was like the sweat and like I wear my rings for too long. And no, it's just most likely metal abrasion. There is no like medical advice here. Okay, I just want to stress that. Now, we'll actually look at the analytics together because we'll talk about some of the comments. So, this short is sitting at 2.6 million views. I just wanted to say it again because as exhausting as this experience has been, it is pretty crazy and it literally happened overnight. Oh, okay. Actually, as of like the last couple of hours, it hit 2.7. So that's exciting. I have also gotten over 2,000 subscribers from that, which is crazy. But also that fact kind of helps with the amount of unpleasant comments that I've gotten. Now let's talk about the amount of comments that I have. This video has 1,094 comments. Here's the kicker. Probably half of those are me responding to people. And that's where I messed up. So a lot of the comments are basically just saying, just go to a doctor. Why are people so gullible? What's up with the tags in this video? That one's a great question. I am, however, not going to change the tags. Now, for those of you who don't make content on YouTube or don't know this, when you go to post a YouTube short, it'll give you pretty much like auto-generated hashtags based on your channel. So I've made videos about Brad Mondo. There's a Brad Mondo hashtag. I make aesthetic get ready with me content. That is also a hashtag. So is it necessarily generated to that short? No, it's more generated to your channel. Now, I know probably every creator is going to have a little bit of a different take on that. I personally think it makes sense to tag hashtags that are relevant to your channel, whereas TikTok or Instagram, I would post hashtags relevant to that reel or TikTok. That is just my personal view on it. With YouTube, you have 100 characters in your description to use, and that's it. So clearly, they value SEO and hashtag usage over information, unfortunately. And as a content creator, you kind of got to do what you got to do. But unfortunately, when the comments started flooding in, so did I. I was right there responding to every single person very politely and very nicely, pretty much saying the same things over and over again, such as, "This is not medical advice. It is just a fun thing that I saw." Obviously, take the video with a grain of salt. If you watch the short and you do the thing with the ring, it doesn't mean you're anemic, okay? Do your own research, do your own due diligence, and talk to a doctor if you're concerned. Don't believe everything you see on the internet. That's it. So, anyways, now let's talk about going viral. I actually saw this really great post on Instagram talking about virality. And here's the thing: if you are a business owner or if you sell a course or you sell products, or even if you have like a Twitch channel and you're trying to get subscribers, you don't want to go viral. You want what everyone relates to going viral. Let me kind of break that down for you because it kind of rattled my brain. But after I went viral, it 100% makes sense. Instead of telling you to ask yourself more questions, we're going to ask me instead. So these 2.7 million people that have viewed my short, are they subscribing to my channel? No. Are they subscribing to me on Twitch? No. Are they subscribing to me on TikTok? No. Am I making any money off of these 2.7 million views? No. If I was a YouTube partner, that might be a different answer. Unfortunately, I do not know how YouTube pays out. Maybe we'll get there someday. Who knows? But when I was posting shorts about the fan fiction that I was reading or the lifestyle videos I was doing, yeah, it had way less views, but it had people that wanted to actually see my content. Oh, I also want to add this in just for like the hashtags and whether or not the tags were relevant to the video itself. Here's the thing. It doesn't make a difference. Literally doesn't make a difference. I have used those same exact hashtags on multiple videos. One of the other videos that I have posted with those same exact hashtags, 368 views. Next one, 1,600 views. Next one, 167. I literally even have one at 43 views. So, do hashtags really matter? I'll let you be the judge of that. But from my unintentional test, they clearly don't. So, if your goal is to go viral, I don't recommend it unless you have a really strong heart and strong head, and you know for a fact you're not going to be in the comments responding to every single person defending yourself. It's not a good time, and I don't recommend it. I have got nothing out of it, which kind of prompts the question of why do we care so much about views? I would rather have a little amount of views of people who genuinely enjoy my content than 2.7 million views of people who literally don't give a shit about me or my content. I feel like that was kind of like multiple tips popped into one, but don't worry, I'll have an overview at the end. So, tip number 3 is actually something that I have learned while working on my job's social media. And it was actually something I heard in a TikTok. I'll insert the TikTok here.
Yes, we can. So, from all the clients that we've ever worked with and from our own accounts ourselves, we don't post through third party posting sites, and we also don't post through the platforms themselves scheduled. We do everything in real time. And the reason that we do this is because, with all of our experience, we have actually found that it does mess with the engagement and it does mess with the algorithm. And the reason we think that it does that is because it's not like there's a single person behind TikTok or Instagram looking at every single post and saying, oh, yeah, like that's a real person. No, most of it's computers. And so they're looking for consistency. They're looking for just real people, if that makes sense. And so we do everything in real time through our clients' accounts like we are them, so that it is very authentic, it's very genuine, it's coming out at the same time every day. They can see behind the scenes that we're actually there tinkering around. We haven't just auto posted it. We're not a computer. And we really have found that ups their engagement faster than if you're doing it through a third-party posting site. So yes, we do everything in real time for our clients, and it is a little bit more work, but the results are so much better, and we're just more picky about clients that we take on. Because we don't have space for every single person. We only have enough space for the 7 accounts you're allowed to have on your phone at one time. So yeah, that's why we do that. Let me know if you have any more questions.
I will also have them linked down in the comments below. I feel like I get a lot of good information from them. So if you're on TikTok and you like knowing things about social media, I definitely recommend go giving them a follow. They're awesome. I love their content. I stopped scheduling posts for an entire month for my job's social media. And it has made a huge difference. To be fair, this is still a really small company. It literally, we just, we, she just started this company like back in May. So still very small. Numbers are tiny. She's got like 277 followers on Instagram. However, after seeing that TikTok and thinking about it, it absolutely does make sense that Facebook would pick up constantly scheduling content as bots putting out content, therefore not pushing your content out. Even just today, I posted a video from months ago, and within like the first hour it had over 100 views. Looking at her older posts on Facebook, they would get very low views. I would be lucky if it got 10 views. And so after manually posting everything, I know it sounds like a lot. It takes me 5 minutes to do. I pick one day during the week where I plan the content. I get it all edited, ready to go. I have everything set up in Notion as far as what's going out, what time it's going out, caption, hashtags, a screenshot so I know which one. And I literally just open that up and I pick up the phone, post, copy and paste. Super easy. So if you feel like you're not getting great views on Instagram or Facebook and you're scheduling them, I definitely recommend stopping that even just for a month, just to see if you've had any kind of like growth. If you have, I would love to hear, because I think this is so interesting and I don't know why I didn't think about it before, because constantly scheduling your content and not being on the app, because when I was scheduling her content, I I I don't go back into her Facebook and scroll through Facebook. So Facebook is just seeing a post and no activity behind it. So definitely recommend giving that a try. And my last tip is stop caring what your friends and family and people you don't know think, because it doesn't matter. I actually just got a text from my older cousin today, wishing me a happy late birthday. Her birthday is like 3 or 4 days after mine. And she said that I've recently, and by recently, I mean like the last week, have started posting my stuff on my personal Instagram and Facebook because I'm really just trying to get over this hurdle of my friends and family are going to judge me. Here's the thing. If your friends and family are going to make fun of you for doing something that you genuinely enjoy, that's not good. And so far, nobody has made fun of me to my face. And if they do, I don't care because this is fun. Somebody out there is going to find this video. Somebody my age is going to find these videos and be like, man, this is what I needed. And guess what? That's the people I make the content for. I don't make content for my friends and family. I don't care what they want to watch. I don't make content for them. I make content for people in my niche. And if my friends and family don't like it, that's okay. I don't really care. Now, I know it's so easy to just be like, "Oh, yeah, well, easier said than done." 100%. It's just something you have to push through. Once you start, you're going to realize that the people who you thought were going to be your biggest haters, they're going to be your biggest support. I was even just talking to my aunt over the weekend, and when she brought up my social media, I was really embarrassed because I didn't know what she was going to say. I always assumed she'd be like, well, just be careful what you put out on the internet because you can never take it back. And while that is true, that is not what she said. She said she was proud of me, and that she liked to see that kind of stuff on my, on my personal pages. And she said, I hope you're able to make this into a career if that's what you want to do. And that is not something I expected from her. Even my mom, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this on YouTube, but I mean, she'll play my videos on repeat to, give me any kind of view that she can. The people who you think are going to make fun of you are most likely going to be the ones that are going to really support you in the end, and they just want to see you happy. And that, once again, is the end of my list. I'm going to pop up all of my tips here really quick for you. Feel free to screenshot them. Make sure to come back to this video if you end up using any of these tips. Let me know how they did. Let me know what you think. And let me know what kind of topics you guys want to hear about in the future. So far, I don't have a content plan. I didn't know what I wanted to talk about until I tried filming the video that I had in mind 4 times. And then I realized that was not the video that apparently my mind wanted to make this week. And this is the one we came out with. So leave a comment down below. Let me know what topics you guys want to hear about, whether it's finances, relationships, college, school, anything like that. Anything that you're like, man, I just wish I could talk to somebody about this. Leave it down below. And that is it for this week's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to follow my social media down below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. It really helps out my channel. And I will see you guys next week.